Welcome to the Instagram stories for Monday, January 6th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Today on the show, the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, is going to talk about creator burnout, what you can do to prevent it, and how to recharge. Additionally, we'll have an update on the TikTok ban as they work hard to get President Trump to do what he can to save it before January 19th. And lastly, the YouTube Creator Insider team busts some myths, specifically about whether or not updating a thumbnail on your YouTube video will cause it to be re-ranked in the algorithm and how that all works. All of that and more after this commercial break. Welcome back. If you've listened to the show over the past few days, for the recap of 2024 and predictions for 2025, I talked specifically about creator burnout. We all work so hard to make content for a variety of different platforms, often not even getting recognized for the hard work that we put into it and not getting paid unless there's some kind of brand deal involved on the back end. However, the head of Instagram made a clip talking about creator burnout and what you can do on an individual level to prevent it. Here's the clip.
What to do if you've got writer's block or if you're starting to burn out? Well, the answer is different for each. If you're having trouble coming up with new ideas, my best advice is to consume more information you find interesting. Rick Rubin calls this source. So read a book or watch a movie or listen to some music or have a conversation with someone that you find really interesting. It's usually an amazing way to generate new ideas is to consume other ideas you find interesting and inspiring. Now, if you're burning out, the answer is different. Creating content is work. It takes time and energy and dedication. And it might be that you're starting just to get exhausted. And when you're exhausted, it's really hard to be generative. So my advice is take a step back, take some time off. It's better to give up on consistency for a couple weeks and then come back ready to go than to push yourself and burn out. Your ideas will suffer if you do that, so please do not. So this holiday season, try and do both. Try and spend more time reading and watching things you find interesting, and try and take some time to rest, because 2025 is going to be a big year and you're going to need all the energy that you can get. See y'all soon.
I think it's really important to take breaks as you need, create content at a level you are comfortable doing for the long haul, and don't necessarily look at the content that people make where they say, oh, I had a call with someone from the Instagram team and they recommended doing 30 reels a week and 5 stories a day, whatever. You're just going to burn out doing that, especially if you are not getting paid for creating each one of those individual pieces of content. It's just not worth it. Preserve your own sanity. This is a marathon, not a sprint, people. Okay, let's change gears and talk about some TikTok news. I haven't talked about TikTok very much recently because it is very unclear what is going to happen. At this point, TikTok has until January 19th to enact a sale to a US company or to face a ban in the US. President Trump's team has filed a brief with the Supreme Court asking to extend this deadline in order to give President Trump time to explore other outcomes for TikTok after he's inaugurated on January 20th. Now, that request that has been made through the brief to the Supreme Court has not been approved yet, but if President Trump is able to work out something for TikTok, that could potentially keep the app in the United States. Today's TikTok news is that President Trump posted a graphic on Truth Social, a graphic that appears to have been made by the TikTok team, highlighting President Trump's performance in the app. Interestingly, it shows that there are 36 billion views of the hashtag Trump, 15 billion views of the hashtag Donald Trump, 10 billion views of the hashtag Trump 2024, and so on down the line. This post was accompanied by the caption, quote, "Why would I want to get rid of TikTok?" End quote. It remains to be seen how all of this will play out, but of course, I will continue to keep you posted. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the YouTube team is going to do some myth busting. Number one, if updating your thumbnail re-ranks you in the algorithm. And second, if you need fancy equipment to get started making YouTube content. Stick around. Welcome back. Let's get into some YouTube content. The team at YouTube has been making some excellent videos recently, and I wanted to share 2 of them. The first is a myth bust. Do you need fancy equipment to be successful on YouTube? Interestingly, they use Jimmy, Mr. Beast, the most popular YouTuber of all time, probably, I assume. Here's the answer to the question of whether or not you need fancy equipment to be successful on YouTube.
When I first started, I got 100,000 subscribers with an iPhone.
The beast speaks truth. You don't need a ton of fancy, expensive equipment to succeed on YouTube, especially in the age of shorts.
And this is an iPhone 5 that recorded in 30 FPS, terrible quality. So as you guys know, like, equipment's never an excuse.
What you do need is to take some inspiration, find your own unique angle and voice, tell compelling stories, provide undeniable value to your audience, and make every new video just a little bit better than your last. That's it. That's the cake. The rest, that's all frosting. Now, get with the caking. Contenting.
So there you go. Maybe you don't necessarily need to upgrade to the iPhone 17. Maybe I don't need a Pixel 9. Maybe I'm good with my Pixel 7. It's up to you if you have the budget and the discretionary funds, but don't forget you could do so much with the equipment you already have. Let's move on to the next myth-busting video. Does changing your title or thumbnail re-rank your video? Renee Ritchie from the YouTube team explains this, and I really like the way he explains it.
When you change your video's title or thumbnail, does the YouTube algorithm re-rank it? And how long does that take exactly? So there's no special or specific re-ranking that's triggered by title or thumbnail changes. The algorithm follows the audience, and if the new title or thumbnail is more appealing and more people choose to click on it, the click-through rate, or CTR, will just go up, and YouTube will put it in front of more people, meaning impressions will go up and views along with them. That is, unless you switch to something that's just way too sensational or clickbaity, because the video now has to deliver on the promise of that new title and thumbnail. And if people feel bamboozled and click off fast, even if CTR goes up, retention will go down, maybe way down, bringing views right down along with it. So if you think a video is underperforming, don't hesitate to test more appealing titles or thumbnails as much as you want. Just make sure they're appealing to the right audience for your video, and then get back to the contenting.
Okay, that is going to do it for today's episode. As always, thank you for listening, and be sure to come back next time for more social media news, strategy, or other things you need to know.
Let me tell you a couple things that you should know about me. A product manager, but do not have a bachelor's degree. But actually, that's factually a fraction of me. Another fraction's posting content irregular and irrationally. Still probably won't get a job at the Gram. They forgot, they don't know, or don't care who I am. That's why you never see me at the parties and events. My lack of followers must make me irrelevant. Don't have a course, a book to sell to make a bag of grand. Not a social media marketer, don't represent any brands. Plain to see, don't have an agency, but I got a lot of spam. Just putting in my work, without the glitz and glam. Won't catch me eating fish, unless it's shrimp or clam. No six pack, no risk that, there's a gym card in my hand. Don't have a full-time job, but I got a lot of plans. Stay plotting, dropping knowledge on TikTok and Instagram.